Good evening, everyone. Y'all come on in. So tonight we gonna talk about do poly relationships work? I initially learned about polyamorous back when Red Table Talk had came out. Jada and her daughter, her mom, along with the guest, talked about polyamorous relationships. And if I'm not mistaken, her daughter Willow said she wouldn't mind trying a polyamorous relationship. But lately this question here, this topic here has been big on TikTok. So I thought we'd bring it to this platform so we could talk about it tonight. Everybody's come on in, tune in. Let's talk about it. Put your comments, put your 2 cents, your opinions, all that good stuff. We accept all of that. Like we just here to have good, candid conversations. So, for anyone who doesn't know what a polyamorous relationship is, it's just basically a consensual relationship. It could be sexual or non-sexual between multiple people. It could be a woman and 2 men, 3 men. It could be a man with one woman, 2 women, well, not one woman, but women, 3 women. It's almost like a pyramid if you think about it. Because in a polyamorous relationship, there could be, the main person, then that person can have a person, and then that person can have a person, and and so on and so forth. So basically, I just want to have this conversation and say, does it work? How or do it work for people? Like we can go in so many different angles with this topic because it's like, man, okay, is it the man? Okay, let's talk about this African American female who has 3 men now. She recently just brought in another, man. And the question to that is, how do she keep up the sexual desire of all these 3 men? Does it throw her pH balance off? Um, can somebody just be jealous if you spend more time or you having more sexual relationships with that, with one out of the three? Like how does it work? It's crazy. Like for me myself, I couldn't do it. I have to have a monogamous, relationship or whatever the case because I wouldn't want, my partner messing with, other people, or I wouldn't know how to take that. Like I'm secure in my stuff, but I don't think I don't want to share. And do people do it, or is it like, okay, so if we gonna do this, one of I'm bi. If a person say, "Well, I'm bisexual," okay, would they do it because they feel like, okay, ain't no fun if the homie can't have none? So it's like, do we share the couple? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to go with all different angles of this thing. Or is it a simple person saying, hey, these are my list of qualifications that I want in a mate, and I'm not seeing it in one person. So I see a little characteristics or whatever I want in this person. I see a little bit in this person. So why can't I have two? I don't know, bro. What's your take on it? This is a good one. I'm excited about this topic.
Hey, hey, y'all know me. Hey, I'm just sitting back. I got my popcorn ready. Um, man, we've been going back and forth with this, man. Like I said, we was talking about it earlier. Um, ooh.
Look, some people in a polyamorous relationship and don't even know.
You took the words out of my mouth, but it's becoming more prevalent. So if y'all out there, man, hey, look, I want to know because I mean, like Crystal said, the young lady, she has a husband,
hmm
has a boyfriend, and Wynn just got the third boyfriend. So it's 3 males in the
And
house.
yeah.
Oh, we got one live. Oh, yeah. So my thing is, this is me. This is me. Like I told y'all, we just win life talk. Do they share the same bed,
I don't know. I don't think so. I do. I guess it
or
depends on,
or who shares the bed?
right. Or is this? how the person sets it up, because I think polyamorous is almost different from polygamy, right? If I'm saying the word correctly. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say polygamy is maybe when they have numerous wives. So in that case, yeah, they stand in the same household.
But I think with this young lady, but all three of them jokers staying there with her.
Also, so maybe they had their own bedroom too, though.
I don't know. So good evening, all. Good evening, Miss Brazen. Said,
Go ahead.
I can't even find one, let alone three. Miss Brazen. Well, we got to fix that. Before the night show, we gonna fix that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to, drop your DM, your contact. We gonna find somebody for you. But my thing, this me. Look, we like I said on this show, we keep it all the way 100.
Mhm. Mhm.
She got three of them:
Yes.
the husband, the boyfriend, and the new boyfriend they just bought. Three of them. All right, now when I say three of them for y'all, my three ding dongs in the house. So is the now there is a husband. Now is he first? Then he get on out the way, or or no boyfriend number two and boyfriend number three went. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all know I'm a jokester. I'm just saying. How does she ration that box out? We gonna keep that. How I want to know,
How
because
she raising
if
that out?
it's three of them in the house, do you say, well, you got morning, noon, and the other one got night, or what we doing now? That's
But
not a
see, that's why it's so crazy, because as a woman, the middle part of our body is open.
that's a
So
wound.
if you have three partners and they're not eating healthy to keep your pH balance clean, or they not don't have healthy habits as far as eating, cleanliness, etc. If they come and throw you off, and then the next one jump off in there, and we could think of it that in that matter, it's a cycle of infections. But I just want to know, me myself, like, how does it work? Like, how do they all get along? How is one not jealous? Is there a fact where, because I know it could be somebody that's maybe like bisexual. If we speaking in the aspect of a man with two women, if that woman is bisexual, of course, boom, both of y'all can buzz down. But if they choose, oh no, I'm strictly, or I'm strictly on this end, then it's just like that one person having all the fun. Because I got two for the price of one, or three, or whatever. What Miss Keisha say? From what I've seen on her social media, they all have separate rooms. That's why I was thinking Miss Lyric say, Lord, that's a lot. Trying to keep up and have energy for one ding dong, but more than two. Miss India said put him in rotation.
So everything that we just got in the comments, absolutely, all three of y'all, absolutely. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Brazen, that's what you just said. That what I'm now. Look, come on now, we adults here. Somebody got to be in rotation.
Yes.
Because you're let me tell you something. And to Miss Thomas' point, they may all have three rooms, got it, understandably. But like I said, there's three ding dongs in that house, plus
But
her.
but you gotta think too, the older a man gets, and this is scientifically, his sex drive goes down. The older a woman gets, hers go up.
Hey,
So
they got
maybe
they got all kind of stuff for that now though. they
uh,
can
yeah, that's true.
they can.
So
Well,
like
you gotta
Monday,
gotta
you
pump too. If you want to pump that thing up.
got to get it right. But it's, yeah, you're right. So if they in separate rooms, do you say, okay, Monday I'm in here, Tuesday I'm here, Wednesday I'm in there, but then and then let's go back into rotation,
Hey,
and then maybe I had Sunday to myself.
hey, listen.
Does
If
that
y'all
work?
if y'all
Body fully yoked in that relationship.
if if y'all out there watching this show live, man, come in. And if you in a poly relationship, don't do it's judgment free. I want to know. I want to know. That's a lot of motion. And like I say, speaking from a male perspective, we keep it a buck on this show. Most men, we can We can have a few. You know what I'm saying? But understandably in this situation,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and like I say, I'm not an expert. What I gather is everybody know about each other. So somebody gonna be lacking somewhere.
Yeah. They don't have to. Which keeps to say they all have to be in the right headspace and the right frame of mind to even deal with this type of situation. Yeah, you got to be really honest up front. You got to be secure, first of all, in who you are, whether male or female. But my thing is, how can you, as one person with multiple partners, how can you fulfill each person's desire? For I mean, not any. I ain't even saying sexually. I'm talking about just quality time and
That that see that what I'm lost at. And like I say, understand women. I'm straight male, all that good stuff. But what you just said, how can you gotta balance three
mhm.
different desires. Every man don't have the same desire. Every woman don't have the same desire. So if this roles were reversed, male with three women, you got to control and understand what each of them needs and what they want. That's a lot.
A whole lot.
And then I'm sitting here like I say, this live. We live now. Y'all come on in. What if she want to have a baby? Who who
Who
who
gives the baby?
who get who
Or is it the luck of the draw? Is this whoever man swim up?
what they playing? Rock paper scissors? They flipping coins?
Right. So
Come
like,
on. Hey, look, man.
like
And y'all, we not making light of this. You know what I'm saying? If you are in a pilot, it's not a laughing moment. We're gonna have fun with it, but we're just trying to understand. So don't take offense to it. But I want to know.
inquire minds want to know.
Crystal want to know because I mean, like I say, you take it. Here I am. I'm gonna say I got number one.
Mm-hmm.
I go find number two. I go find number three. Shit, I'm gonna get greedy in this scenario. I go find number four. Now look, this. So I got to bring four women together and say this is the lifestyle that we're living.
Right. And you're not even putting it into a play that those people who are, I guess I don't want to call them side pieces. I mean, but secondary or third, they can have relationships too. So
But
it's like
but I,
probably more like a pyramid.
but I think that side piece title is obsolete in this scenario because they be having the titles of either if the person is married is husband and boyfriend, and so you're not a side piece. You actually a main piece playing a role.
Okay, yeah. Miss India say maybe each man feels a different need for her. I rather have one to fulfill all my needs. I mean, yes, I had threesomes in the past, but a relationship that's many emotions to deal with. Yes, many emotions, many attitude, different wants and needs. Like that's kind of a stressful situation if you ask me. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I could tackle all of that.
And Miss Brazy, thank you for being honest and transparent. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you say you've been there before and you're trying to figure it out. But yeah,
And I yeah, I was saying the same thing earlier. Like, how would you fulfill all these different needs? Or should I take it back to what I said earlier that um you may have this list of what you want in a woman, and maybe you don't find all those things in that one person. So that's when you try out polyamorous, and it's like, okay, this one has the five things, okay, but he ain't got XYZ, but this one do. So if they cool with it, I'm gonna go ahead and take both.
all right. So when we get ready to take a trip, We just gonna say a cruise. So all us going in the room together with bunk beds.
See, I think they still live. I don't know, because it's almost like Keisha was saying earlier. She think from just seeing them and watching them, she believed that they had their own, their own room, their own private space. Because of course, at some point, you is gonna want to be in your own space when it's not your turn, to be attentive to that man or that woman.
Okay.
But if you're going on a vacation, that main person who started this polyamorous relationship is gonna have to put in the most work. To
Okay.
me, it seems like, because it's gonna have to jump. He or she gonna have to go from room to room to make sure each person is getting what they, what they needed.
So when we wake up in the morning, everybody getting ready for work. Is that three different men she got to give some tongue action to? Some they gonna pass saliva, or is it the peck on the cheek? I'm out the door.
Yeah, but in that sense too, are they coming in tested? You know what I'm saying? Are they coming in? Okay, look, let's all go. This is the relationship I want to be in. Are we gonna be tested to make sure we all clean? So that therefore we ain't passing nothing. But as a woman, you could, like I said earlier, you got UTIs. You got, well, I ain't gonna say UTI. You got yeast infections. You got throwing your pH balance off. You got bacteria vaginitis. You got all of that. So if you messing with unhealthy people who eating junk and all that stuff, and then they going in you raw, next thing you know, you got a whole yeast infection or bacterial vaginosis. And do you think the next man gonna want to come behind that? Because it's an odor gonna come with it. So it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot come into play when you have those multiple style relationships. Miss Keisha said they have to also take into consideration that the woman, men that are being brought into the situation, what if they have kids already? Something as simple as that could be a determining factor. I don't know. Yeah, it could most definitely be a determining factor. And then too, the men or the women have to get along. How you gonna run a household with two and three other
And,
individuals?
and that's the clip that I seen with the young lady, and they was like screening the dude, the husband up, and the boyfriend number one was screening boyfriend number two. But evidently, boyfriend number two had already had a previous relationship with the young lady. I don't know if boyfriend number two was the first
Initial, huh?
initial, but it was like, yeah, he knows me and she knows me well, and nobody has been it. So, like I say, I think it's a lot of strategic to have to go with it because
Mm-hmm.
you're absolutely right. It has to be a open line of communication between all parties involved. What Ms. Lyric say, you really gotta cover a lot of conversation and know the person you are inviting in. Absolutely.
Yeah, and but that person
Hey,
also,
Miss Copeland.
Erica, the other people have to be welcoming and willing to accept what's coming behind them. Cause I just can't get it, and I maybe right now I'm thinking like on a sexual level. Say if it was my significant other wanted multiples, right? I'm not finna watch you or hear you bust down and they doing more than, what I'm saying, more than me. You doing flips, you learning new stuff. And I'm like, hold up. This ain't going on down in this room. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do jealousy come into play? But
I
then
I I think it has to. I mean, because think about it. Like you just said, unless some folk people just freaks like that. They like that stuff. That live action. But I'm just saying, like you just said, you in there, you ain't gonna sit there and stay at home while somebody else in your house, somebody getting bust down in your hotel.
right, a
Hey,
whole thing, right? Cuz right. Tashina, yes, I'm going in that swinging. I'm jumping on folks. Because that I'm like, okay, it's over. I tried. I
all right.
can't
So let's flip this thing. So we got ladies, don't be shy, jump in there. So could you, to my viewers that's watching, you be in a poly relationship? And we're going the scenario is you, him, and two other women.
couldn't do it. Miss Lyric said, "Yeah, I'm too selfish. I don't like to share. I got a little jealous streak. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't even. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even do a threesome. Cause I be that just be in the back of my head. Like, nah, you moaning too much. Like, you know, you killing a little part of his body. Like, yeah, no, I couldn't do that. Miss Keisha said no. Right, I couldn't. But we just talking about this young lady. I don't know who all has seen it, but she's been on TikTok and has she has a husband and two boyfriends. No, Miss Erica said couldn't do it. Miss Thompson, Miss Tanisha said nope. I'm selfish. Right? We nope. And Wanda said nope. Trishina said no. My mental can only handle one person at a time. We can go to the strip club and watch bubbles, but that's about it. Yes, I can do that. I can go to a good strip club and watch them swing and slide across the stage and pole. But as far as inviting them into my space, my personal space,
So y'all
my relationship, now I couldn't do it because oh my god, like I don't see how that lady handles because you got three attitudes. You got I don't know.
She was so happy.
Yes, and bubbly.
She when Buddy Rowe walked in the door, she was like, "Oh!" I'm sitting there like, "Oh shit!" Like, yeah. So, Miss Brady say no poly. Okay, but check this out. Like I say, this interactive show. So, what if your current partner wanted to explore the poly world? I know y'all said y'all couldn't do it with the other two, but if you in a committed relationship right now, it don't have to be husband, wife. It could be boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever partners, whatever terminology folks use these days.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a deal breaker? If your partner right now approach you and say, "Hey, I want to try poly for a little while," is that a
breaker? Because I'm not a bisexual female. So if I was a bisexual female, of course I probably would jump on it because I'm like, we both can bust down.
Okay, but what if you say what see, this what confuses me. So what if you say he's gonna allow you to bring another male home?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Like Miss Thomas said, get somebody else to do it. We breaking up. Yep, deal breaker. No, yeah, we breaking up. That's it. Because if I'm not enough for you, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna release you to go see who else is enough for you. To go let you go get your multiples. Because I don't have time to be in competition with nobody. Trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, you got to be, and that's not to say that us who want monogamy is not insecure or, I mean, that's not secure about who we are as a person and that we can, lock in our relationship. It's just saying, I'm not fit to be a multiple.
So I had to dig, you know what I'm saying? And it said it's essentially being in a polyamorous relationship means that you and your partner have the option of dating other people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but you gotta think about it. People do it already unknowingly. Mm-hmm. If you in a relationship, well, I can't even say a relationship. I know most people that are single will say if they meet somebody or whatever, they dating somebody, they may say, I'm dating or I'm communicating with somebody, but it's not. I'm not locked in. So I will entertain what you have going on.
I got in a big argument on Clubhouse about that. Mm-hmm. What Miss Brazy said. Go back.
If I'm not enough, someone else will be. Yes. Miss Thomas said, "No, I'm good. They can have him." At that point, not my cup of tea.
Okay. So what you just said, I got into a humongous argument. Like I said, I don't argue with people. I laugh at them.
Yeah. So
I said what you just said. It was more so when you're dating, quote unquote dating stage. Mm-hmm. Dating multiple people at one time. Mm-hmm. My point, this is me. I say that's a dangerous game. Yes, you're right. It is. You might as well say it fits the definition because
Okay.
you're upfront and gonna tell that person that you
Mhm.
entertain other people.
Right. You being honest.
So it was like, no, you just date, 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 date until you find that one. So
Mhm.
I said, okay, people are creatures of habit, treats while emotional. So boyfriend number one show up at 3 o'clock. Y'all go to dinner. Go to dinner. Boyfriend number two show up at 5 o'clock. Boyfriend number three show up at 7 o'clock. Boyfriend number four show up at 9 o'clock. Y'all know I like simple math.
Mhm.
What happened if one of the other catch you out with your 9 o'clock boyfriend?
But if but you gotta remember, if you told them up front that hey, I am talking to other people because I'm not no one has locked me down, then if you get caught, they can't be mad.
But how
Because
do you?
leaving it you told telling the truth for one, then you leaving it open like I may not, you talking to me, but I may not be all that you need. So I wouldn't be mad if you over here dating around.
Now I'm finna put a spin on it. I'm going somewhere with this. So
Okay.
basically, in that scenario,
Mm-hmm.
you have entered the poly world.
But it's not sexual. You got to think
Oh,
too.
oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Now I ain't got there.
Okay.
Now what happened when behind door number one want a little bit of cutty? You tell him no, but you letting door number two get the cutty.
Mm-hmm. So they got to accept that, or move on. You're giving them the opportunity to move on if you being real upfront. Auntie said, "What if there are kids involved? They have two mamas or three daddies."
Ooh,
That's a good one.
ooh! I
Yeah.
love it. Woo! I'm here to Ric Flair. Woo!
Yeah. And that's what that goes back to the young lady who have a husband and the two boyfriends. Mac was saying that earlier. What if like if it's kids involved, like who becomes the daddy?
Miss Braze, I'm me. Thank you, baby. I'm me because
Who becomes the daddy?
and that's my thing because I mean, or in that scenario, they play rock paper scissors and you the lucky contestant. 9 months later, a baby coming.
Now you need a DNA test to see which one is the fact, or doing that conception frame because women we do know our ovulation window. It is a calendar that can tell you that or your conception. Do you say, okay, I have three boyfriends, a husband and two? Do I say, okay, I'm gonna get pregnant by you, husband, and then maybe 2 to 3 years I revisit, and then maybe I give you a baby, and then maybe I give you a baby. But in the household, they gonna probably all call everybody. All three of them gonna be, "Hey, daddy." You know,
Ain't you gonna jack that child up?
I would. I mean, that's something you gotta
Mommy, how do
child
I how
because
do
you
I
gotta think polygamous households do it all the time, but most time in polygamous household, it's a man and a few married, his women. So majority in that situation is more so the man impregnating all the women. So it's one father. But see here we have a woman who has a husband and two boyfriends. So in that sense, it's like, what do you do? And Miss India said, Murray Povich, here we come. Right, exactly. Miss Tiffany said, for real, that gets real questionable. It becomes a tangled web. It becomes a tangled web. It becomes a ball of confusion. Cause now these kids like, okay, well, what? Who my? Okay, so he my real daddy, but he's my play daddy. Like that's a lot to explain. That's a lot.
hey and I'm up.
That is a lot.
Hey, I seen something earlier before we even get it. That's another rabbit hole to go down. should men be required to take a DNA test before they sign the birth certificate? But we gonna leave that alone. I'm just floating that because that show, but it triggers up. It triggers up in this right here.
It triggers it.
Hey, let me tell
Yeah, I say poly relationships is a lot of work. I feel like it can be stressful. I feel like it's too many bodies involved because, like I said, it's almost like having a pyramid type relationship. It's like you got the couple, then the couple can have a couple, then that couple can have a couple. It's too much going on. Miss Keith said, LOL, kids is going to be so confused. Yes, Miss Lyric said, when they are young, it's hard to really get them to understand. Most definitely, you got to wait till they get of age to try to get to understand. And then you got to explain, too, because bullying may come with that at school when other kids find out there's so many in a household. Miss Trinity said, when I visited Uganda, poly poly was the norm. The men have multiple wives, but the first wife has to approve all the other women. The man also has to be able to financially take care of everyone equally. Miss Lear said, what happens if y'all don't work? So yeah, Trishinda, I agree with that. Yes, that man, if he's the dominant person, has to be able to take care of that household. And yes, just like this young lady with the husband and the two boyfriends, the other ones did have a say so. I'm assuming because I caught it like a little bit of what's going on from her on TikTok. They had to have a say so to get a feel to see if that person would fit into their space to see if they can get along. But in her sense, she gonna have three men taking care of her. They gonna have to split the bills and see who's gonna take out the trash and gas the car. She may have given them all different kind of chores. Who gonna fix the dishwasher if it breaks?
Man, but in the background, I'm strolling, just looking at some pictures, man. These folk look so happy though.
Yes.
Do it take the stress off you? Do it none of these pictures they frowning, they happy. I mean, even with the young lady we've been talking about most of the show, man, say she was just geeked up with the husband and the boyfriend. Then when number two showed up at the door, it was peaches and creams.
Yeah.
And like I say, these folk look like they're stress free.
Yeah, I mean, she was loving it.
Yeah, we on that half hour mark, y'all. Look, y'all come on in, tap in, man. This show was this show when life talk is about y'all. We looking for y'all opinion. Y'all know I'm gonna cut up a little bit with this one. Like I say, hey, Polly, can it work for you?
Oh, that's a good point, Auntie. The men probably got women on the side, and they can because, like I say, it goes polyamorous. It's like a pyramid of relationships. So they very, very well could have, and that takes all the weight off of that one woman. So that's true. I didn't even think of it in that sense. It could take the weight off of her, so she don't always have to, be attentive to them. Really, just solely to her husband, but still giving attention to the other two. Miss Lyric said my head hurt, and I ain't in nobody's relationship. That's too many. Yep, middle part of the bodies to manage. It is. It is. But like Auntie say, if everyone got somebody.
Hey, and as we sit and talk about it, honestly and truthfully, I hate to say it, but it's kind of becoming normal.
Yes, people. I think in that sense, now that you brought it up, it's like people feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna get cheated on anyway, or it seems like that's the norm for people to cheat. Then why not just lifestyle and not worry about my spouse cheating because this is the lifestyle we're living. We both able to step out and have something. Mr. Shin said, I think her husband does have a girlfriend. Saw the story on IG. Yep, I believe so. That's why I say I think it's a poly. I mean, it's a pyramid of relationships. I know. What's her name? The comedian. Monique. I want to say she. Well, I guess hers in a sense is like an open relationship
But
since because she wanted to be able to sleep with other men.
what Miss Tristina just said, so you got is the woman, the husband, Door number one and door number two.
Mm-hmm.
The husband got a girlfriend, so that make door number four. That
Yeah,
make that make door number four.
yeah, that's why I said it's a pyramid because you got the husband and the wife. The wife have two boyfriends. The husband have a girlfriend. But you got to think those two boyfriends may have girlfriends. It's one big cluster F. it's just it's just a lot. It is totally a lot, and I don't know how a person could juggle it, but I take my hat off to them. You are you on mute, Mac? Say something. Put your hands down. You on mute?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know if you was talking to me or was you on mute.
Oh no, I was I'm y'all I'm my mind spinning, and like I say, it's been spinning since we started talking about this earlier. I mean, even coming off last week episode, because I mean it's a lot. And don't get me wrong, some people are strong willed. It don't affect them. This is what they want.
Mm-hmm.
This, hey, like I say, when you look at the pictures, these people are real, literally, and I don't think they putting on. They happy.
Yeah. Miss Erica said sounds like a poly relationship and an open relationship are similar. I would say it's in some ways, but I want to say with an open relationship, ain't it more sexual? Maybe I want to step out and I want to, maybe have a fling with this person, but it ain't really locked in solid. It really ain't like a relationship type thing. But in the poly world, it's an actual relationship. If that makes sense, if I'm correct too, so don't quote me. Ms. Lyric said too many bodies and health to worry about. Everybody two or three. Yep. Mac, I didn't hear your response. Would you do poly? That's what come from Miss Trishina. Would you do poly?
Hey, well, y'all trying to put me on the spot. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hey, I've thought about
Mm-hmm.
it. Hey, but I mean, y'all know I like to play, man. It's a you all right, guys. Hey, cause look, I'm a natural clown, and I love to play, but understand this. All seriousness. Hey man, dealing with more than one woman, man, that's stressful. We're gonna keep it a buck, man. Cause like I say, you gotta understand, you gotta know that woman, you gotta know the next woman, you gotta know the next woman. So hey, that's a lot to digest. Um, I know some people that do it very well. Um, so it's I don't I don't know.
Don't try it and then come back and tell us about it.
Y'all want to go try it and report back? But I
And,
mean,
and report back to us.
hey,
Tell us.
well, let me.
But
But
that's fine. That I feel like that's like you say. You have to know that person. I
and,
mean, a lot of get to know it. That's a lot of communication that has to be had.
and thinking about it, I think people. The reason it's becoming so popular because people are finding themselves, and that's one thing that I stress to anybody. It may not work for some, but it works for others. And I
Hmm.
think what you're seeing now is this is a comfort zone that others, instead of me going out here cheating, I'm letting you know I'm being open to my partner. This is my world. This is something that I want to take part of. So I mean it's a delicate field, it's a delicate balance. To where, like I say, man, just looking at some of these pictures and exploring around, these people look so happy. So to each his own. And please don't take this as we're definitely not knocking anything. This is judgment free zone, but we just on here, trying to understand it.
And how the dynamics of it work for real? Like
Because I remember I used to, in my younger days, I used to be like, man, I'm be laughing because we heard the stories come out of Africa. We didn't at that time. We really didn't know the dynamics of that. But we used to walk around. We just around there joking, man. I'm gonna have 4 or 5 wives. You know what I'm saying. So you sitting there and you're saying it, but in actuality, it was the reality of the motherland, and it was accepted. Even in other countries, it's accepted.
Yeah,
Um,
I say we seen it when we was in Iraq. We seen.
mhm. So
We
I
seen.
just honestly, y'all, and this is me being as transparent as possible. I think it's becoming to be the way of many in the world now. That I'm letting you know, hey, this is my choice. I want you. I'm in love with you. But and then it goes back to all that unconditional love. I love you, but
But are people doing it out of the fear of I'm gonna be cheated on anyway? So I might as well allow he or she to have an extra partner. Like, what's the intent behind it?
I think you might be onto something. I think some people. I think some people are gonna go ahead and, like you say, when they sit down with their significant other, with their partner, with whoever they're trying to, and they lay it on the table. And just to be real, you almost have to say you appreciate it because that person is being upfront with you, letting you know this is who I am. Say male or female. And I think as a male, if your woman walk up to you and say, "Hey, you're my heart, you're my soul, but for my fulfillment, I want to bring another person in." Hey,
Right, but those words can't only be said. They'll have to come with some kind of whole explanation behind it as to why they feel like this is the route they need to take. Why, excuse me, why it will work for the household and how it will benefit the household, and it's not just a selfish move on your part. True enough, I will hear the person out, but in my mind, I already know I'm walking away because then at that point, I feel like, well, you probably already been slick doing it behind my back anyway. But now you bringing it to the forefront because you want it to be, you know, you want to go further on with it. So I will hear the explanation out, but I'm already knowing I'm walking away from the relationship.
y'all out there, come on now. We gonna keep bringing it because, like I say, this is it's a hot button topic for a lot of folks. And like I say, we know the society we live in today is monkey see, monkey do. Copycat still exists. So this lady that's out there that's going viral,
Hmm.
it's gonna be millions and many more behind her. That's probably was like didn't really want to come out. Probably locally people know, but I guarantee because we just seeing it just if you get on TikTok and scroll, you see it.
You're gonna see it. Yeah, it popped up. I was like, oh, that's who everybody talking about.
It's a
This,
young lady. It's a young lady on IG. I'm gonna reach out to her. By Polly Queen. She pop up in cities and host webinars and seminars like
talk
yo.
probably.
So light as we make it. It's a real thing.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like this gonna need to be a part two, and I'm gonna do my research on poly relationships to actually see if we can get a poly couple to jump on and kind of explain that, to us. Miss Lyric said Royals Poly's Life has a podcast. And so, Miss Lyric, in that, do they just get on and kind of educate people on poly relationships, or just probably ask people, answer people questions who are curious like us? Because I'm for sure curious. Like, I want to know, like, how does it work?
Yeah. I
I
think
thought, yeah,
me and Chris have been in the same boat since, like I said, so we the last episode, and we really was talking about this day because I mean it was just as the more and more you dig, the more and more you think about it, the more and more you look at it. It's a lot of layers to this. It's a lot of emotional. It's a lot. It's very in depth. Is it takes a lot of self control. It takes a lot of self restraint. Like I say, to sit here and watch being Chris in a relationship, I'm finna sit here and watch her get dressed to the T to go out with another man and then come back home to me. Everybody ain't built like that.
no, no. So you gonna have to sit there and cheer that person on. Oh, baby, yeah, you look nice tonight. Okay, have a good time.
knowing you getting ready to go out the door, you probably gonna get some motion.
Mm.
So
Yeah, you really, I guess you just gotta have an open mind. You gotta be open to some different. You gotta just fully know yourself, your sexuality, your intimacy, your sense of self. All that has to come into play. But I just,
it's layers. Like I say, you're
it's
absolutely.
like,
We gonna find somebody that's active, that's into it, that don't mind coming on the show, cause and I'm pretty sure they're gonna give a different perspective, maybe anybody, us and our guests have given. So, like I say, we open because I want to know.
yeah. Miss Leary said, gotta have a lot of patience and have some serious boundaries laid out in the beginning. Yes, but what boundaries? Because if you having a pyramid of relationship, I mean, it can't be too many boundaries unless the boundaries are make sure whoever else you're dealing with sexually, gets tested. And for that type of relationship, I would think you would have to be on the same regimen as a, LGBTQ community person every 3 months.
And then think about it. What happened when somebody in the house get mad? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Emotions all over the place. So emotions gonna come into play. So, and if y'all living together, who leaves, who stays? Do you go on punishment? Or I'm pointing you to the corner.
Right.
I,
Or y'all into it, you into it with dude, and the other dude feel like he disrespecting you. So now he getting into it with him. Now you got a whole full out brawl in your house
like I
because
said,
in you.
old girl got three of them.
Yeah, so it's like that's crazy. Miss Lyric said some poly relationships don't live together, so I don't know what you doing at your house. Yeah, that's true. Some of them don't live together because we got to think they are boyfriend girlfriend relationships. They're relationships that's branched off from marriages or serious relationships.
So that one, the boundaries. That so.
But the lady that we're speaking of, hers live in the household, correct?
Yeah, I think that I think they live.
Yeah, hers live within the household. So I guess we can see that's why we were saying this topic can go in so many different angles because you have so many different ways to look at it.
so when
Are
they
they
get ready,
together? Are they outside of the house?
it's 7:48 on the East Coast. So when they get ready to cook, do all four of them come in the kitchen together?
Yeah. Well, if it's women, of course, the women probably will prepare the meal for that one man. Want to be cutting up the vegetables, want to be, cooking. But far as with the man, that woman is gonna have to, if they stay in the same one household, she's gonna have to cook for that household. Trishina say maybe they are in a relationship together, like the husband and the boyfriend sleeping together. Yes, but I don't know, I didn't take the husband to be bisexual. Now that's when I said it would probably work, because if someone is bisexual, the male or the female, both of y'all busting down. It's like that's both of y'all partner. Like I said earlier, ain't no fun if the homie can't have none.
So
In this sense, the homie getting some.
so that go back to what I asked you earlier. When she go to bed, who come to bed?
Well, you already know if it's a male and two females, everybody going to bed.
So
But that's but if it's a straight male, if you saying in the sense of that woman is straight males, then there would have to be separate rooms because not another straight male.
so if all three of these, if the husband and door number one and door number two is straight, who do she got a, a bed with all three of them, or or
I,
who come to bed at night? I need to know.
she take turns, and she take turns.
Ooh.
But that's just like a man running a train.
Hey, but when that train over, that train done. But who
Who
who going to bed tonight?
whoever she choose, that's what I think. Miss India said, I hope they got a California king. Yeah, they gotta have some, Miss
Hey,
India.
hey, hey, what if I? Hey,
That's what I see. She rotating.
I'm just saying, boy.
Hey, she said this is hard on you. Yes,
Hey,
it is.
no, hey, look, hey, y'all, hey, y'all know I like to play. I mean, shit. Hey, I mean, what you do? We gonna pick straws, draw a number. Hey man, it's your night. Or vice versa, you know, like I said, I got me 3 women. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Or they on the schedule. They got a detailed schedule. Hey, you report that.
At 08 at 0800.
Woo!
But
Hey,
that's why I said it's a lot of communication. It's a lot of, they gonna have to lay some ground rules to say this is your day, or this is your task, or I'm gonna spend time with you here. But then too, if you think about it too, when she really can spend time with all of them in the living room, especially if they all coming in from work. Hey, they sitting down, everybody having a conversation, watching sports or whatever they can.
and
But
that's
it's
that's
yeah.
how it was with the clip. You know, she was in there when the door number 2 came back into the fold, and she was like, "Well, I'm gonna go walk the dog. I'm gonna let y'all fellas talk."
Mm, that's what I said. Everybody got to get along. Everybody got to get along.
Miss Brady said, "Well, I ain't seen Max. Hey, look, hey, hey, hey. So you really got to know Crystal know me, man. You know, hey, I cuts up. Y'all getting the other side today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is
It's something
because
different.
I could take this show all kind of different which ways, north, south, east, or west. Because it is a people are actually doing it. They have been doing poly and they didn't even know they were doing it. That's the sad part about
Yeah, yeah.
it.
You have out there too. That's people doing poly, um, and the partners not knowing they doing poly.
Because it was an NFL receiver had 2 things with him in the hotel on Valentine's Day. He was on one floor with one and had the other one on the other floor, and he was going back and forth. So, like I say, it
Is
happened.
that considered poly or just downright cheating? To
Hey,
him, it's probably poly,
hey,
but
and as we make light of this, Lou Will had two of them.
Trishina said, "Sure, I got some cousins who did it and didn't realize."
Hey, yeah, it was well known fact.
Let's go.
Well,
Yes, Lord, Trishina. Yes, Lord. Don't we?
yeah, Lou Will had 2 of them things and used to be courtside when he played basketball.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all that this thing is like the new norm. It's like more and more people is doing it, but like I want to know like what made them get into that type of lifestyle. And I did hear someone say, what I spoke on earlier. It's like, well, a lot, nowadays it's hard to find people who gonna be honest. So I know I'm gonna get cheated on. So I might as well leave the door open. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that's she has a king calendar. She got something because I
Yeah.
want. And I wish we could find her and bring her on the show because I'm telling you, bro, our ratings may go through the roof. Because hey, because like I say, man, she was so happy.
Mhm.
We seen
She was.
they were like little kids in the candy store, like woo, woo, like
It was exciting. It's like they didn't have a care in the world. And I wonder it's because with it being more multiple people, it's like they split the responsibility, everything. All the weight is not on one person's shoulder. And when they say yes, it's going to come out in the open now, like everything else. Yep. It's gonna come out in the wash. Yep. Miss India say, yes, before I knew religion groups, cultures, you heard about it. Yeah.
yeah, we can
I've seen it, but you feel like it was. I feel like it was taboo, but now as I get older, it's like, oh, this
yeah,
is this.
because like you say, it was taboo. It was certain individuals. We know what happened in Waco. We know what happened with your man out in Utah, man. So and you know what they do out there. So it was it's
Mm-hmm.
been is and y'all know where I'm going. We ain't slow. it's been going on, but it's coming. When it start coming to the minority side, it's blown up because it's been going on.
Yeah, I think that was just a name put to it. Miss India said, but now it's
Yep.
so widespread and acceptable. Yeah, because it's like the new norm. It's like this is what we're doing.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do this because this person ain't gonna have all the list of things I see in a man, but he got these many, and this one over here got the other five. So let me just bring them together. And so now I'm gonna get everything I need in the package of two men or two women. So this like I said, it's so wide to where you have to go with. She said, y'all watch Sister Wives. He got 6 wives, bunch of kids. They in different houses, and he visits, but they all look miserable. Yes, Trishina, I watch it. I want to say his wife is divorcing him, and a lot of the kids don't like him no more. It is. It's called Sister Wives. They moved from. I want to say they was initially in like Las Vegas, or they was somewhere, and the rules changed, so they had to pick up and move somewhere else. Which each wife got a home. And when each wife got a home, that he had to go house to house, and he looked wore out. He looked stressed, like he looked like the world is doing him wrong. Like he couldn't keep up. Like these women was like, well, I'm starting to feel lonely. Like you spending more time over here, but you got me over here.
I,
So like I say, it's going at some point it's gonna get stressful, and it is tearing him and his whole little family apart.
like I say, you got to ration. You got to ration that motion out because you gonna some. Listen.
Yes, India, check it out.
Somebody gonna come up lacking somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you go, I'm gonna speak for a male. You go over here and go 110. You come back home, you might not, you might be
Yeah,
negative.
you be tired out.
You might be -10.
Yeah, Miss Lyric say, hell, they were exhausted. He down to like 3 wives now. He favored the last wife more so the woman. The other women had enough. Yeah, that's what they see. He was spending more time in the other locations, and then he wasn't able to build appropriate bonds with his kids. Like he was catching flack for them too. I know a couple of his sons. Like everybody on there was looking like, look, I'm over it. You know, they've been doing it for years. But it's like, is this a phase? Do you do it in a phase of, okay, this is just something in the right now, but sooner or later I'm gonna just go to one person. But then at what cost? At the cost of hurting the other two feelings? It's like, how do you play that?
You just said a mouthful because somebody is going to get emotionally attached.
Mm-hmm.
People do it all the time, even little side pieces. Like we know side pieces, male or female, want to be on the scene now. We know back in the day, you never saw the side piece. May have heard rumors and such, but now everybody wants that front stage. They want to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is going to get emotional attached, and they be butt hurt.
Yep. Most definitely, yeah. Most definitely. Well, we coming up on that hour, everyone. I thank y'all for tuning in with us. This was an excellent, great topic. And like I said, if we find someone that we can interview that is in a poly relationship, we most definitely gonna come back and do a part two.
For sure, I promise you. I'm going searching. Like I said, I'm gonna reach out um to the poly queen. Hey, we just I want to know. Like I say, that's a lot of motion. That's a lot of motion, boy. You male or female, that's a lot of motion. You going in.
Yeah. And that even in that aspect, just the trying to fulfill everyone's need mentally, physically,
And emotionally.
and emotionally. Yeah. So that's a lot to deal with.
Hey
That's
man, hey, we appreciate y'all. Now when y'all get off this episode tonight, now y'all don't be out there googling and looking for you about 2, 3 more other men. Now I'm gonna have my eye on y'all because I'm gonna ask you.
yeah, but go find if y'all want to go find that young lady. I know for sure I seen her on TikTok where she has, her husband and two boyfriends. It'll be interesting for you all to see how she interacts. So y'all to see, where we coming from. But I really appreciate y'all tuning in. This was an excellent, great conversation. With Life Talk, we love to have candid conversations. Know your 2 cents, your opinions, your knowledge, all that. Keep rocking with us like y'all do every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, Miss Idia. Thank you, Trishina. And we out. See y'all next Wednesday, same time, same back show as Max say. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you.
Miss Brazen, I'm gonna find somebody for you. I got you. Have me a poly shirt next time. Poly.
We is out.
Woo, 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 woo.
I done disconnected you, sir.